The next word is dated June 16th, 2020, and it's called My Methods. My methods have not changed. As I rain down judgment on America, my methods will be the same methods of old: flooding, fire and brimstone, evil leaders in war. I will send waves you cannot escape, fire you cannot extinguish, evil leaders you cannot rid yourselves of, and war that decimates all it touches. My children, my true children who know me, who make time for me, who serve me with their whole hearts, shall know mercy in this time. They will be guided to safety, and I shall provide well for them. They will have shelter and food and safety, just as my children in the land of Goshen long ago, for I will draw a line between the wicked and those who are mine. In time, they will be persecuted because it will be obvious to all who see that they have enough when the wicked have none. Be strong in your faith, my children. Be sure of your relationship with me. Do you know me as Father? Do you know me as your provider? Those who do not know me as provider will not be able to believe me for all they need in these days. Now is the time to build up your most holy faith. Come to me and cry out for more faith. I will answer you. You know, some people are afraid to ask for their faith to be built because we know that to build faith, it's pretty harrowing experiences sometimes. And those tests are tough, but not as tough as starving day after day after day because you have no faith to believe for food. So I'm just saying, better to go through it now. It's not impossible to survive it. I survived them, and I'm not tough at all. Okay, the next word is dated September 2, 2020. It's called One at a Time. My children in America have grown accustomed to their lives of plenty. Unlike other nations, America is not at war. America does not have widespread poverty. America is steeped in privilege because I have blessed her. I am the God of all blessings. All good things come from me, and all good things can be taken away by me. America has turned her back on me and strives to remove me from every place I am within her borders, one at a time. I am taking my blessings away from America, one at a time. I am taking peace from America. The drums of war will soon be heard from shore to shore. Then a larger war will rage within her shores. There will be much death and suffering of every kind. Even as America fights against her enemies, sickness and plagues will abound in her. I have removed my hand of blessing from this nation, and she is blessed no more. I will no longer protect her from her enemies. I will not prosper her among nations. I will not bless her with peace. I will break her staff of bread. Now that's famine, y'all. She is casting me out, and my blessings go with me. Be still, my precious children, for I am protecting you. Even in war, you can be hidden in me. For too long, the people of America have disregarded my blessings. Now I remove them one by one. It's a pretty scary word for unbelievers. Okay, this word is dated June 1st, 2021. It's called Many Will Perish. My children, death will come in many ways in the time you're entering now. Many will perish from plagues starting up, as one after another ravages the earth. Many will perish from the wars starting, and many more as the wars continue. Mankind will become weary of the wars, yet not stop fighting. At the last will come one war to end all other wars. There will be no victor then. Many people will perish in the famine which will cover the world, but my people who truly know me will not perish from famine, for I will feed them from my own hand. In the time you are entering, many shall perish by their own hands, as hopelessness overtakes them. The grief will be too much to bear for many as those they hold dear are taken, and as they witness horrors and destructions they never thought to see. Hold on tightly to your faith, children, for the time you are entering will seem hopeless indeed, yet you do not sorrow as those who have no hope, for you are coming home to me. Okay, this next word is dated June 10th, 2021. It's called a very grievous famine. The famine that approaches shall be very grievous, my children. This famine shall cover all the earth. Some will be forced to choose whether to feed their little ones or feed themselves, so they may live to care for them. As so many did not praise me in their abundance, I shall teach them to praise me in their lack. Even leaders of great nations shall know hunger in that time, and their great power will not be able to feed them. All the wealth of the wicked will not be enough to buy food where no food exists. I control all of creation. Though mankind has attempted that control, he is unable, for I am he who created man out of the dust of the earth. Your pride shall lead you to fall, O man. Look up, for your redemption is above. Now, when he said, I control all of creation, he's kind of telling us he's going to use his creation to create this situation of a famine, like was in the wheat vision, the drought. Okay, this next word is dated June 14th, 2021. It's called You Are Coming Home. My people, you need not fear what is coming to your world. You have long known what approaches. It is true, it is not good, but all things must be fulfilled that my son Jesus may return for you and bring you home. If you will focus on the end result, the transition will be easier for you. Praise me that soon evil will be destroyed. Praise me for saving your loved ones. Praise me for providing for you and your loved ones even in the midst of famine. Praise me that though persecution increases, so also do your rewards here in heaven also increase, and soon you will receive those rewards and be able to enjoy them forevermore. Praise me no matter what happens around you. You are seeing what my holy word has long foretold, and you are coming home. The next word is dated July 4th, 2015. It's called Much Suffering. And for anyone who doesn't know, these words are all posted on justpraisehim.today, the website. Much suffering lies ahead for the people of America. My people need not fear. Did I not feed my own in the desert in times of famine? Did I not protect my own who walked in my ways even in times of war in my holy word? The key, my children, is to be found abiding in me, in my word, for there you will see how I treat my own. Many of my people are fearful of my judgments. You do well to fear my power, but remember, I am your father. You are my precious child. When you obey your father, is there anything to fear? I know y'all got that one, so I'm not going to elaborate. Okay, the next word is dated July 12th, 2015, and it's called I am your refuge. I am your refuge. I am your strong tower, your defender, your peace, and I will be your protector as my word for the end of times comes to pass. You need not fear, my people. And he said it, twice now? For in my holy word, did not my people walk through fire? Did not my people walk through the Red Sea, through famine and wars unscathed? And so also shall you who are truly of me. Stand, draw near to me, focus on my salvation, on my glory, and watch as I care for you who are truly my own through to the end. You who do not side with evil, who do not condone sin, who do not teach what is evil and call it good, who stand for truth, you are truly mine. This next word is dated August 17, 2016. It's called In This Time of Darkness. My children, in the times coming, all will be in spiritual darkness around you. Only my children will have the light. Just as all of Egypt was dark and only those who dwelt in Goshen had light, so it shall be again when the enemy reigns for a time. Everywhere you look, there will be great darkness. In this time of darkness, there will be famine, and there will be great plagues, so great that men will fear to leave their homes in search of food, for fear of dying of these plagues. In this time, those who know me will be fed from my hand. I shall feed them myself. It will be as in the days of manna in the desert. Great miracles shall abound for my people, and those who hate my name will see the miracles and kill those who enjoy them. They seek to remove my name from the earth, but the enemy cannot remove my name from that which I have created with my own hands. I tell you these things that you may remember what I told you when they come to pass. Do not fear the famine or the plagues, for they shall not touch those who walk in obedience to me. They shall not touch those who cling to my name. They shall not touch those who are full of my word. Fear not, have I not told you these things would be in my word? He's telling us again and again, we don't need to be scared. February 27th, 2017, a table in his presence. In the times of need that are upon you, I shall provide for all who are my own. In my word I have told you, I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies, and I shall indeed prepare that table. Y'all listen to this. This is really good. I myself shall prepare your food and feed you in the midst of the terrible famine that approaches. Fear not. I think he means that literally, as hard as that is to believe. Because at this point when the Lord was speaking in the Spirit, I saw Jesus girded with a towel about to wash the feet of his disciples. I fed the Israelites in the midst of a hot, barren desert. I sent food to Elijah by the ravens by the brook Cherith, and I can send you food. Those around you will persecute you as you radiate health and wellness in a time of leanness, for it will baffle them that you are not without. In a time when no food in the earth can be found, I will be there with you. I will prepare a table before you, and you will eat until you are full. Do not fear what is coming, my children. If you are truly mine, I shall provide for you. Only do not hesitate to do as I command you to do, for this shall be your protection. This next word is dated March 25, 2017. It's called the Coming Famine in America. I was up in the wee hours praying on a Friday, and the Lord said, let me tell you about this famine that is coming to America. Now, he very seldom ever goes, let me tell you about this. So that was pretty unusual. So I grabbed my phone and started typing because I was in bed. I am the bread of life, but many people do not even know me. I am able to feed my own out of thin air, just as I fed them with manna long ago. There was no food in the desert, and there were many mouths to feed. But I fed them easily, even through years of famine in areas all around them. I shall do that again for those who know me well. Others will do without. My people will be persecuted in that time because they will radiate health even as those all around them die. The physical condition of people then will reflect the spiritual. If they are rich in my word, if my word abides in them, they will be well fed. If there is none of my word in them, there will also be no food in them. And I noted here, I saw then that the famine is to help unbelievers come to know him. He is showing them he is truly the bread of life. These are those who have refused in the face of all else to turn to him. The famine is actually mercy for those who still don't know him at this point. Many shall want to serve me in that time when they realize I am providing for my own what they cannot get for themselves. But there will also be a famine of my word and great and harsh persecution of those who refuse to deny me. So learning of me then will be almost impossible. You are near the end, my children, and events are speeding up. I am anxious to bring you home to me. Stand firm and do not turn back from your faith, for you are nearly home, and your reward shall be very great in heaven. Do not sell your birthright for a bowl of food in that time. The next word is dated April 8th, 2020. It's called birth pangs. I was out walking. It was a Tuesday morning, and I was talking to the Lord about the food shortages and the famine and the other stuff that's coming. And the Lord began speaking. The food pantries will close because they will have no more food to give to them. And I said, why, Lord? Why will they close? Because the sin in this land is so extreme. What I must do to get their attention is also extreme. Because their abundance has lulled them to sleep, I will use lack to awaken them to my love, to my grace, to their need of me. The America you knew before is no more. Now, as a woman in travail, you, America, will suffer, birth pang after birth pang, as these events come forth, that I may call the people to me who have heretofore rejected or ignored me. Okay, now my feeling is that when the food pantries close is a time coming in the not too distant future. Right now, not right then, which was 2020 in the pandemic. In 2008, the Lord showed me a famine coming to America. I remember the land was very dusty and dry. If not for a friend mentioning a drought to me in a letter that day, I might not have realized what I saw then. Thanks, Jim. Everything was so dry and dusty, it reminded me of pictures of the Dust Bowl in the early 1930s. I saw no vehicles on the roads. Everyone was walking. Someone would drop dead and everybody else just keep shuffling past them. They looked shell-shocked. I remember seeing one girl who looked maybe 12 or 13 who had these round open sores. They looked about 1 inch or so across, about quarter size actually, all down her arms. She was walking along with the middle-aged woman. I was not able to find a photo of any skin lesion online that looked like what I saw. It is possible the sores on that girl's arm are a sign that this famine will happen at the time of some disease or plague that manifests like what she had. It may be a terrible drought that brings the famine, as a drought like that, if it is widespread enough, could certainly stop things from growing. I don't remember seeing the lesions on anyone in the vision but her. I saw a number of people that looked 40 to 60 or older, but I only saw lesions on the girl, and I saw no others near her age, but I didn't have any idea why. And I happen to think today that if the powers that be wanted to spread a disease quickly, they could give the kids vaccinations at school that were not dead virus but live virus. Because to inoculate them against something, they give them a dead virus. But if they gave them live virus, then those kids would go home and spread it to their families immediately. So why did I see only one child? And why were the adults that I saw immune to what she had in that vision? I never thought about that until today when I was reading. I was like, that makes you think. That next Tuesday morning as I was walking, I saw a vision of wheat fields, and I saw amber fields of golden grain blowing in the wind, and then in place of those I saw the wheat had turned to stubble, like it had dried up and almost turned to dust. It's not that we won't be able to buy food in that time, it's that there will be no food to buy. Okay, the last word I'm going to read in this episode is dated April 15th, 2024. It's called the Staff of America. I am about to break the staff of America. You will see me breaking other things which will lead to the breaking of the staff of bread of America. Famine is coming, my children, but you will not be able to store up provision for this famine. You must learn to trust me for your very food. You must know what is in my word, that you may procure from me food to feed yourselves and your little ones. So he just said, he's going to break some things that will lead to the breaking of the staff of bread, that will lead to us not having food. Now, he told us a lot of stuff in those words. He continually said, my children don't need to be afraid because I'm going to feed you. If you walk close to me and you obey me, I'm going to feed you. He said that again and again, didn't he? He said that the other people need to be afraid, but we don't need to be afraid. I hope this podcast has been a blessing to you and helped you to draw closer to the Lord and to be more equipped for what's coming. Jesus bless you. Thanks for listening. Y'all have a great week.